Hey guys, SeanB here. Today I am doing a free-to-play team for the ToA Hell second floor, the Giana boss. This is the hardest content in this game that I've ever seen. So I don't just and free-to-play team just come out my mind, okay? I'm trying my best, so if you appreciate the effort, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment down below. So the first condition is no attack bar decrease or increase. So no Lauren. The second condition is enemy has will runes, which means you need an AoE stripper. So the stripper that I choose will be Clara. She strip and stun, which is really important. I'm using the spare rune to improve her chance to stun even further. The rune will be speed, attack, and accuracy. You don't have to run attack, but I'm using attack for the speed. This kind of speed barely outspeed the boss. So the boss is really fast. And the fact that you have will runes, the boss can stun you. Super toxic boss. I really think they should tone down the speed of ToA Hell just a little bit. The main damage dealer will be Shamann. Speed, crit damage, and attack. You can build him HP or defense, doesn't make a big difference. Skill 2 can do 100,000 damage or more on the dark boss. I think this guy is the ToA Hell king because there are many dark boss and he do way too much damage. If this guy take 2 turns, the boss is dead. Bella for the generic healing and defense break so they can do damage and stay alive. Lauren will be better if you don't take the box, because if you control the boss with Lauren, you will have no problem clearing the stage. But because we cannot decrease attack bar, I'm using Bella for the defense break and the healing. No particular rune is important, speed, defense, and HP. As you can see, I'm missing a nemesis rune for some reason, I don't know. But the only thing important is Bella being fast and faster than your damage dealer. My Spectra's on violent focus, speed, good damage, and HP. Spectra can do good damage on boss as well, but not as good as Shamann. But still, very good damage, and the skill 3 is just amazing. With slow debuff and attack break, even though you cannot control enemy attack bar, they are still not moving as frequent as you, and that is important. Lastly, we have the Dark Homunculus. I think this build is super good for ToA hard. You can definitely use your Giana, your Giana, whatever, right? This skill, reset enemy, and improve cooldown of your team. Also slow enemy down and give speed buff for your team. If you are doing it just to pass the stage, you're not taking any box, then I would not use Clara, but I would put in, let's say, a Giana to provoke the enemy. I will put in a Lauren as well to push back attack bar of the enemy. Very good for controlling the Elsharion in stage 1 and very good at controlling the boss at the end. But if you are taking the boxes, you have to run a stripper, and Bella is better than Lauren there. So the first stage is probably the hardest stage in this entire floor because you have to go in, strip, stun, control the Elsharion. The Odin is actually not that strong, but Elsharion will be the key to your failure. So you have to go in, strip stun. If you cannot strip stun, I would say the run is pretty much over. So it might cost you some energy to go into the first stage, but I would definitely want to start the run with some strip stun on the Elsharion. And then I would put attack break and slow debuff on the entire enemy team, defense break and Odin, and start working on one Odin. The key to not lose is to lower one Odin to a point that you can kill him later and then work on the other Odin. If you can kill them both at the same time, then it would not be a huge problem, because if you kill one too fast, that Odin will give the other Odin stack and potentially ignore defense. The Homunculus AoE skill that improve the cooldown of your team will allow your Clara to get the skill 3 back faster, so you can potentially stun one more time. The slow debuff and attack break of Spectra will keep the damage of Elsharion low, so that even if they take hit at your Homunculus, you will be fine. You have to buff, and even though you're giving them speed buff, don't be afraid because they won't be doing too much damage. But once again, The first stage is gonna be the hardest stage of this entire thing because El Sharion can potentially defense break and you are dead. So the fact that the Homunculus can increase the cooldown of the enemy team, that will stop the El Sharion from having the skill 2 that defense break. So this entire stage can be very tilting, but it's gonna be like that. If you have a Jemaya, then you can replace the Homunculus with Jemaya so that you can reset the entire team, but you won't be having speed buff. So that in a sense is good and bad as well. You're not influencing the enemy defense break skill, so that might be scary, but at least with Jemaya you're not giving them the speed buff. If you're not doing this with any tick box, then you can go in, provoke, stun them, decrease their attack bar just fine, and the Homunculus will increase the enemy cooldown, which means you can kill the Odin immediately no matter what, because the cooldown of the Odin passive is now increased with the Homunculus. So if you're not taking any boxes, just go in with an AoE control unit, destroy them with the double 2A bird, and you'll be good to go. The second stage is much easier. You strip, you defense break, you kill them one by one. With attack break, the deafness is not that scary. You have Bella to heal your team. Even though the speed buff might make you sleep because of a Celia passive, it's not gonna be as scary as the defense break coming out from the El Sharion. So as long as you control the enemy well with your debuff, your defense break, and then do damage with your 2A bird, you should be able to clear this stage no problem. Once again, if you have Ganymede or Jemaya to replace the Homunculus, you can deal with this stage even better. But because I am ticking the boxes, trying to get 3-star, so it's gonna be a little bit harder in this particular stage. In this boss run, I'm gonna show you a very close run. It's not smooth. As you can see before, my light bird and my dark homunculus speed is around 240 speed. I have max tower and I couldn't outspeed the boss. So if I could outspeed the boss, I can use the homunculus to stop her from strip and stun me. But I couldn't outspeed the boss. Still, the run was not a failure because the light bird can do so much damage on the boss. It's actually insane. The attack break will stop the pumpkin to destroy you. You might lose a unit to the Bulwark attack, but because you don't have a lot of HP, so the Bulwark cannot heal the Giana by a lot, but you probably have to lose a unit. As long as Shamann can get 2 hits out with his skill 2, and the Homunculus skill reset to give Shamann another chance at doing skill 2, the boss will fall very quickly. So that's it for my ToA Hell second floor guide. If you enjoyed the video, definitely smash the like button if you learned something. If this run helped you out in any shape or form, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next ToA Hell stage.